Hello and welcome to PixelSports presents Goal Table Football Podcast. I'm Gigi and finally we are getting DJ more regularly on the English channel. Thank you DJ for joining us.
Welcome.
Without much ado, we will go into our new episode of our old series, The Bonding Question. And the bonding question for this episode is what happened in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. This is the semi-finals review. We have seen what has happened, a Dortmund versus Real Madrid final setup. But how did that lineup happen? DJ, first let us talk about the PSG versus Dortmund match. We saw both the legs finishing in a 1-0 win for Dortmund. Was this expected? I guess no, because all of us predicted PSG win. Most of us actually predicted that PSG would win. What happened? What went wrong for PSG? What went right for Dortmund?
See, on paper, PSG is a better team, right? That's why everyone thought that PSG will win. But something is wrong in PSG. You have Mbappe, other players also. You are not able to win anything. And as TD was saying in our Bengali episode, right? I'm also feeling sad for Mbappe. He has not won anything because winning League One is kind of close to zero.
That's a given. When you are PSG, you are...
League One is like there is no competition. I think we were discussing yesterday also, right? League One is only reason for PSG to not winning Champions League.
Probably that is the case.
Whole year they don't have any competition, and suddenly they are getting other big teams from other nation, and that's a problem.
Is it that, or is it just the PSG players being too complacent at being in Paris, having a good life? This might be a controversial opinion, but I think that can be a reason, because while looking at the match, I personally felt that some of the players, they lack practice. They could not receive the ball properly. They could not pass properly.
Basics.
There is some problem.
No, but on the contrary, they're ultras, right? It's very vocal, nasty, and they have pressures, and we have seen, like, wherever we have pressures from ultras, team used to perform well, but here I don't see any
PSG
changes.
Defies all logic.
Yes.
But what happened in the first leg did not quite defy logic, because Fulkorg scored.
Yes.
A 1-0 victory for Dortmund. Many chances were created, to be honest, and both the teams missed the chances. What is your take on the first leg?
See, first leg PSG played a better game. PSG missed many chances. Strategy wise also, I was going through the team list, formation, everything seems so perfect. But on the field, we are not getting any output from PSG. As you are saying, like, defying all logic, defying anything, and kudos and credit to Dortmund. And another important part is the Signal Iduna Park. The yellow wall for Dortmund. We have seen that in quarterfinals. We have seen that in first leg. So that home advantage is always huge for Dortmund. Whenever they played at their home ground, that may be one of the advantage in the first leg. And I feel Dortmund was a bit lucky to get a 1-goal advantage in the first leg. And coming to Paris, playing against PSG, away game in the second leg, 1-0 is not a huge, but that
it's still a psychological edge. And Jadon Sancho, we saw, played a brilliant game. He's once again on a comeback arc, on a redemption arc. We will see whether Sancho ends up winning the Champions League for Dortmund, being the blue-eyed boy for the last 4 or 5 years, and then moving to Manchester United, almost having a barren patch in his career, and then coming back to Dortmund again. Coming to the second leg, we will not waste much time on the first leg, because second leg was more crucial, and it has a lot more tactical things to analyze, to talk about. In the second leg, we saw once again PSG hit the post many times. We saw Vitinha played well, but once again unable to score goals, right?
Yeah, and Matt Hummels, you have to talk about him.
Yes.
Mbappe was not able to creating any chance due to him only. And at this age, he is giving a man of the match performance. Both the legs, Matt Hummels was superior in the defense. He played one of his best games in his lifetime. And Jordan Sancho, you're talking about. Second leg, I didn't find Jordan Sancho.
No, and Sancho was subbed off as well.
Yes, but PSG side, they started with Ramos, so they wanted to win. Of course, they wanted to win, but somehow I was not able to see. Dembele was off. Dembele was not able to do anything.
Hakimi was
for a brief moment we were seeing Mbappe was very charged up, trying to create something, but he was not able to finish, or he was not able to give that final pass which will be received by someone and scored the goals.
And Mbappe was always tracked by 2 to 3 defenders. He never found any space.
That's normal. That always we say. Even for any team, if you have a target man, that's easy for the other players to play their own game.
And that is where PSG lacked a lot of spark from the other players. The other players had to step up.
Yes. If you stop Mbappe, half of the game is done. Job is done, because Dembele, I don't know, but end of the day, end of his career, people will remember him for missing a goal against Liverpool, staying at hospital, and celebrating against Barcelona. Nothing else. I'm very sorry, but that's my opinion on Dembele.
A scathing attack on Dembele. If he's watching this, mark these words.
Seriously, man.
But coming to Dortmund once again, would you say, what is your take? There are two perspectives. That Dortmund rode their luck. That is one perspective, and the second perspective is this was an extremely gritty performance for them.
Not luck.
Which way are you tilting?
They deserve it. They deserve it. Truly deserve it, because if I recall it correctly, they lost against PSG in Paris. And they drew against PSG at their home in the group.
In the group stage, they were in the same group.
Yes, and they were second in the group stage. And now they reached final where PSG is not able to. So it's their credit. Almost everyone in the team, we are seeing them looking like they want to do something, which is absolutely missing in PSG team.
Exactly.
Every time we see, we don't see that spark. You know how it is, right? We will come to the second match between Bayern and Real Madrid. When you are playing UCL semi-finals, you need to be a bit proactive. I don't see that from PSG players.
Yes, and also this Dortmund team, we remember the tears of the coach after they lost the Bundesliga on the last season. A true heartbreak. They were almost on the verge of 4 to 5 minutes away from winning the Bundesliga. So extreme heartbreak. We know how players like Hummels, Marco Reus, they played a final at the Wembley 11 years back. Another heartbreak. They must be standing in front of history, right? They looking at themselves in the mirror before the final. They would be extremely motivated, right? To set all the records right. And this is the last tango sort of for Marco Reus. How do you see that?
Reus should get one trophy before he leaves Dortmund.
He has a couple of DFB pokals, but
still
no Bundesliga, no Champions League,
nothing, right? So, but against Real Madrid in UCL final, I don't see.
Once again at Wembley,
I don't see any chance.
But strange things do happen.
Absolutely. That's why we watch football again and again.
Yes,
right?
so let's see. But why is DJ saying that against Real Madrid there is no chance? Let us focus on the second semi-final to find out. Yes, if you know, you know. In the second semi-final, once again, as the football gods would have it, a 4-3 win on aggregate for...
I don't know if it is football god or Real Madrid god every time.
Who is pulling the strings? Papa Perez, Santiago Bernabeu...
No, Papa Perez, I don't count him. But see, like last year, I could count that as an exception. previous year, every matches they made a comeback against City, against Juventus, against PSG only.
Yes.
So
2 years back.
2 years back, right? Last year it was an exception.
Yeah.
Again they started to do same thing. That time it was Karim Benzema. This time it is Joselu.
Yes, so did Benzema get a best player award just like that? Only because he was playing at Real Madrid. Because
I don't know.
Joselu scoring 2 goals. When from what do you remember Joselu, DJ?
Espanyol relegated.
So Joselu, you equate Joselu with relegation, and that Joselu comes to Real
And
Madrid.
Stoke City relegated.
So do you want to sign for Real Madrid once to score a couple of goals in the Champions League semi-final?
Seriously, please get me a chance.
But jokes apart, the first leg was extremely entertaining, a 2-2 draw. But Bayern was dominating. How was it a 2-2 draw, DJ? It was supposed to be a win for Bayern, right?
It was a good game. Both the legs we enjoyed. Right, we were discussing that we enjoyed.
But Bayern had a goal scoring edge in creating chances and edge in possession.
Missing those chances costed a lot, right? Sané missing those chances in the first half. Easy 2 chances he missed. He scored a worldly, no doubt on that. But you cannot miss. Even I thought yesterday also after that Neuer save that you can't miss that chance in the UCL semi-final, but that is Real Madrid.
Yes.
They can do that. They have that liberty to miss those chances and made a comeback. Yes. But no, not for Bayern.
Not for Bayern, and we saw a 2-2 draw in the first leg. But coming to the but about the first leg, we know that Tuchel is often criticized, and especially this season after Bayern Munich's performance in the Bundesliga, he has been criticized for his tactical outcome. But he has won a Champions League, we must not forget. And here as well, we saw him making Sané, inverting him from left to right, and then introducing Rafael Guerreiro. These 2 tactical changes, what do you make of them?
Yeah, so in modern day football, right, always we have seen it started from, I think, not fully credit of Pep, but Pep used to do that a lot of time, that if you are a left-footed player, you play on the right side, right wing. In front of box, you get a lot of space and you get an opportunity to score from that position. So that's a great change. And Tuchel, coming back to him, he's a giant in UCL. He has done previously also, he has done some magic, and Chelsea from nowhere
won the
Champions League. Even this
he was on the verge.
This guy also. But if Real made a comeback at injury time, you can't do anything. Couple of changes I was not happy with, but again we discussed. Eddie was saying, right, they were not able to perform, or they were very tired at that moment. That's why he made all those subs, and Ancelotti made whatever sub Ancelotti made. That tricked them both the goals. That
yes.
And yes, coming back to this changes. After that, they started playing better. And in the first half of the first leg, if you see, both the team missed couple of chances, but from 45 to 70 minutes, I think Bayern dominated that game. Bayern not dominated. At one moment, we were thinking that Bayern could easily win this game, but somehow it was a draw.
And behind Bayern dominating, I think Carvalho was a main factor, because
he was not there.
He was not there. Vasquez was not really up to the mark. But in the second leg, we saw Carvajal coming back. We saw Tchouaméni start again, and Real Madrid completely dominated the second leg at Santiago Bernabeu. They could have scored many goals. We saw Neuer having one of the best performances of his life.
Absolutely.
Before eventually messing it up in the 87th minute. I think I'll start with the mess up of Neuer. What do you make of it?
That's a poor from someone like Neuer. No one can actually do that. Even in your local tournament also, if someone doing that, everyone will abuse him badly. I don't know. I don't see that against Neuer. That's okay. But it's totally like because of him. I don't have any other thought, because it's an easy catch. if you keep your eyes on the ball, you can easily get that ball. I think
it's not even a catch; it's a collection.
Yeah, it's a collection.
It's just collecting the ball.
You know better, right?
It's just simply collecting the ball. It's coming towards you, a very lackluster ball. You just collect it and move on. But he could not do that. But more importantly, we were discussing about Joselu. This leg actually belonged to Vinicius Junior because he was going past Kimmich for fun. He made Kimmich look like a very average player, and Kimmich, we know, is regarded as a generational talent. So this speaks volumes about Vinicius Junior's ability. And in the Bengali episode, Tiri was talking about how Vinicius Junior is not given enough credit for what he has achieved in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. For Real Madrid, how he plays, he should be compared with anyone like of KDB or the other players, right? We talk about. He is genius, and the wing. I think somehow City managed to block him. Even last year, Liverpool also managed to restrict him. Otherwise, I don't see anyone is restricting him. One match against Barcelona, we have saw somehow Araujo was able to do that, but not every time. And this match, it was easy. It was like he was just walking past Kimmich in the first half. Second half, we have seen that as soon as he receives the ball, 2-3 players were attacking because Kimmich was alone, was not able to do anything. So man of the match, in my opinion, it is Vinny.
And also Mendy, we saw, was creating making this underlap run where Kimmich and Vinicius was getting Kimmich for free, and that was creating a lot of space. So it was in order to tackle Vinicius Junior, you have to do it tactically. You cannot just depend on your defensive ability alone.
So whoever playing on that side, right wing of Bayern, right, they have to fall back. There is no other option. You cannot, like, one man cannot. Kylie Walker was doing that, but we have seen Bernardo Silva was falling back and helping him. You have to cover him. We have seen in the other game also, if you have to defend a player like Vinicius Junior, who has everything: agility, speed, skill, technically very well, right? So you have to do that. But here I didn't see in the first half. Second half,
yes,
and still we have seen that.
We have seen that. Coming back to the end of the match. A very controversial moment towards the end. We saw the second goal of Real Madrid being allowed because it was went to that was a legitimate goal. And I think the goal getting cancelled or the offside was also legitimate. But the question is, why did the referee, the linesman, put up his flag, and why did the referee blow his whistle? Because the rules have changed, right?
No rules, it's a convention. After introduction of VAR, you cannot raise the flag even. Forget about whistling. So linesmen, always we see they wait, and after I think the ball come out from the box, they raise the flag. And referee don't even whistle. He does not need to, because he is talking to the other officials, right, on the VAR team. So I don't know why this happened, but this was offside, clear offside for me. But it was not like the way it was stopped. It was not what I say. It was not legit.
Yes, so the game should have been. The referee should have allowed the game to move on and eventually come back and checked it on the VAR. Nonetheless,
I don't know why he was in hurry to stop the game.
Yes, but nonetheless, most of us feel that whatever would have happened, Real Madrid would have finished, would have scored. They would have won.
Bernabeu, UCL, I don't see them.
They would have won in spite of everything. So let's see whether they continue their run. It will be very difficult for Dortmund to stop them in the finals. That is what at least we feel. Let us know what you feel in the comment section. Let us know your predictions for the final. We'll come back with a final preview and eventually with a review of the final. We'll stay tuned to the Champions League. You stay tuned to the Pixel Sports channel. Keep supporting us. Our social media handles are there in the description. Go and follow us on all the platforms. And till our next episode, DJ and me, Gigi, stay wild.